Live on the PLUStainment Show. Wait a second, where are we going? It's only Jane Ellen?
Yes. What? It's only me. I guess. I've had the worst problem with Hangouts of late. As far as I can tell, I'm frozen, but maybe it's working. I have no idea. I have no idea. Is this even working? Is this thing on? Is this on? Is anyone speaking to me?
Oh, hey, look, it's Jane Ellen, everybody. Oh, Jane Ellen, I thought you had something special to say to the people.
No, I had no idea because I was frozen. The Hangouts hate me. I'm even in Internet Explorer. Okay, now, before we go on, please let us introduce my favorite artiste, Ashlan Nathans from Australia.
I think he's in the capper, though.
Ash.
All right, so whenever Ash comes.
Anyway.
He's not here.
As Mr. Makowsky's representative, I need to go over a document with you.
This is the PLUStainment Show.
Are we ready for this?
You don't know what it is. Okay.
V. Makowsky, referred to as talent, and PLUStainment, referred to as sponsor, agree that the talent shall appear on PLUStainment from 9 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. Oh, it's already late. Talent shall provide the following: webcam, headphones, mic, laptop, and ice cream. At least 2 working days prior to the appearance, the sponsor shall ensure that adequate support facilities are provided for the equipment as follows: hotel, internet service, maid service, room service, and laundry service. Sponsor shall provide the following support: no interrupting during rants. Should the talent be interrupted, rage quit will follow.
What?
All guests need to be introduced ahead of time to the talent. Should guests pop in, the talent will rage quit the show. No echoes allowed during the talent's speaking, and rants or rage quit will follow. Current pop culture references are not to be made to the talent, or rage quit will follow. If pop culture references are made after the year 1999, Seinfeld remarks will be the only accepted response by the Makowsky. All attempts at pacifying and pleasing the talent shall be made. If reasonable attempts are not made, the talent will rage quit the show. And so on and so forth. What in the
goddamn name is a rage quit, woman?
So
I didn't sign that.
No, that's the Makowsky's contract.
Is there any way to is there any way to not have the echo break the contract, Ashlan? Because the talent's gonna leave. You're screwing us up, man. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, there's a guitar in the back.
Yes, and he can play it beautifully.
Yeah.
You could strum.
I cannot. That is not my contract either.
I haven't supplied your contract. But first, before we get into this,
I've signed nothing.
The Makowsky, because he'll probably lose his connection, is going to do a reading from a lovely book that he's writing called Jewmamma, and it is about his mom, who happens to also be a Jew.
Well, really, that's the only way a man can be a Jew. Do you know that?
Are you seriously, Ashlan? I had no idea.
I don't know if Jane knew that.
Makowsky,
Jeez.
now.
It's not all common knowledge.
No, people out there don't know it.
It's common knowledge.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
I don't...
I mean, you're an idiot if you don't know that.
I know, right?
Why
do you not know that?
Drop out.
Jeez.
A reading from Jewmamma. Ready, go.
Wait. Jewmamma.
Oh, my God.
Is he ready? We didn't even give an introduction.
Are we live?
Great!
Oh.
Ellen and Matt Makowsky!
Oh, my God. Makowsky, you're killing me. Okay, Jewmamma. Ready, go.
And Jewmamma. In 5,
Can you do it in her voice?
Jewmamma!
Go!
It was a dark and stormy night.
We cannot interrupt the rant of Jewmamma.
Here we go. It already starts. Here we go.
Just Jewmamma. Ready, go.
Okay, I call this one unfriend or sign off. That's kind of it's Jewmamma kind of issuing orders to the family. You know, kind of, will you abide by my request? That kind of thing. Because of the devastation they have caused to others by their postings, Suzanne and I have restricted our posts from going to any of the Whitten family. Melissa, Jason, Carol, and Alan. Because none of us know who the Whitten family is, She throws in their names. Donald and Daniel have already been restricted. So these are other men. My mother is on a kind of a, block. She's on a block rage quit thing with Facebook with her entire side of her family.
By the way, can we respond if you say something?
Here we go.
Like just then, could we respond, or do we have to be quiet for the whole thing?
We have the first. Now you might as well ask. Please offer your feedback. Offer your.
No, I just didn't know if when you paused, are we to make remark or just?
You can make a remark. What is your remark?
My remark was, can we make a remark?
Yes.
My remark is the picture, and I'm frozen. No.
Okay, go
on. What is your remark? What is your remark?
Could I just ask a question?
Who's Mark? Did I invite him?
I would just like to point out that Jew Mom is indeed Matt Makowsky's mom.
No! You spoiled it, Jane!
Yes.
Spoiler.
Jew Mom. Ready to go.
Wait, hold on. Angry.
Means a criticism, but I was led to
now we're on the air.
Professionals.
Yes.
Are we? Because I think you had 8 points in the contract. At least 6 have been violated.
Gonna get excited, motherfucker!
But I didn't. But dropping the connection was not in the contract technically.
It will be.
On the part of the host, but it must be in the revised.
You do realize you are a co-host, therefore
we'll put in the addendum.
You have host responsibilities.
Okay, Jew Mom, go.
What did you drop this time? I have to. How did this happen this time?
It was Muhammad Mansour's My Hangout extension. I took a picture at an ill moment in the show. It was ill time.
Are you going to?
So first it was the dog, then it was a DVD.
Now he's just not paying attention to the show.
I'm taking pictures of your beautiful face, so we have them for all time to remember.
Shall I start over?
Okay, but doesn't it say something in your contract about kissing the talent's ass a few times? No? Alright. Jew Mom!
Only if it's a hurl. Okay, Jew Mom, ready, go.
Because of the devastation they have caused to others by their postings, Suzanne, my sister, and I have restricted our posts from going to any of the Witten family, Melissa, Jason, Carol, and Alan.
Devastation.
Donald and Daniel have, I don't even know who the fuck they are, by the way. Donald and Daniel, no fucking clue who they are. I think there's an adopted, we have an adopted cousin. She has an adopted cousin named Donald, and she just tells everyone he has AIDS. Because, what's the law?
What?
What are the laws about what is it, like the HIPAA laws? You're not allowed to divulge medical information about people. Like an employer cannot, give out. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hippocratic
That's HIPAA.
Hippocratic oath?
Yeah. She just tells everyone.
Bedside manner?
I'm going to lose the connection.
So she just says he has AIDS?
Yeah, she just tells everyone he has AIDS. He's apparently a very nervous man. Who the fuck knows? Nobody knows if he has. She just surmises that he has AIDS somehow.
So does he have like Magic Johnson AIDS that just heals itself, or?
We've now been shut down by the FCC.
Yeah, I was going to say it's dangerous territory.
And we have frozen. Let me take a picture to see if I can freeze. Right.
Oh, we have 2 Makowskis. Oh my goodness, 2 Makowskis.
Is better than 1.
So she just said 1. She just
3 Makowskis.
Everyone knows that he has
Matt
AIDS.
Makowsky.
No medical evidence. There's no blood tests. There is just her word to the world. Okay? Understand?
And she's told everyone.
So she's telling everyone. Anyway, so Donald and Daniel, I don't know who Daniel is. They've already been restricted. My mother does like a rage restrict thing on Facebook. I don't even know how you do it. So she's asking us to do the same thing. She doesn't want them to know anything we do. What do we? We don't even do anything. Oh, because if my brother and sister or I go to visit her in Sarasota, and they post that on Facebook, they're afraid that cousin infested with AIDS, Donald, will randomly show up at a family gathering, right? And she doesn't want the AIDS, I guess.
You know what, though? If life gives her lemons, she can make lemonades out of it.
And we have our first break in the contract.
I believe that was 7, sir.
That was
that was 7. You're
Lemonades.
I got you for 8.
So she just doesn't want the AIDS invading her family dinner. So anyway, whatever. So she's
Sounds reasonable.
She says next comes, this is the threat. Next comes unfriending or signing off. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Signing off. How do you say them to sign off? You say, you have to sign off now? I'm not talking anymore? So, this is, I mean, she's like 69, something like that. So what the fuck does she know about any of this? Anyway, we hope you will go along since you do not post that much. So we should go along with something that we're not even involved with. Whatever. We don't post, so we should just go along with it. That's her. Those are her orders. Unfriend or sign off. Then she goes on. She changes topics altogether, right? Boom, mid-sentence. I hope you two have talked about when you can all come here in August, because she cannot go anywhere the entire
Like Bono, or?
And there's another interruption.
You said we could remark.
When there's a pause. So.
Oh, I heard a pause.
Now we have a pause. Let's go. What's happening?
Now, when you say you two, if it's jewmamma, shouldn't it be you two? Even though you said joke last week.
She says you two. I think she's talking. I think this email may actually be written to my brother.
Here's some
not even an email.
liquid ice cream.
But she's talking to his brother.
It's coffee ice cream.
Coffee. I can't have coffee, but I got
when did she? Is this a recent email?
He's frozen, and he's gone. And he's back. That was awesome what just happened. You went voodoo?
Oh my god. I want that coffee ice cream so bad. It would make me so ill. Is this a recent email?
This email's from like a year ago.
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah. So
after you finish it, do you know the resolution to her demands?
So many things have happened after this email. Because I have other emails that are in the and if you hashtag Jewmom in the Google Plus search, you will find all the Jewmom stories, and there is follow-up, not directly related to this, but more follow-up with the family, kind of her side of the family thing. So you can see where they are as of today. All right? Is that fair enough?
Okay.
She says,
yes.
Listen, I hope you have talked about when you can all come down. Also, Shelby and the children. Shelby, she's telling now, Shelby, this email must be to my wife. She says, Shelby, the children, Jade and Jasmine, will be in Sarasota from August 1st to the 19th. Now, let me give you a little backdrop here on these children. Jade and Jasmine. They are the black children. They're black.
Can you be more specific, please?
Well, the woman...
Are they black Jew children?
No.
When you say they're black, are you saying that they were raised in a way that was not white?
I'm saying they are black. Now, the reason I'm saying that is...
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Here we go. Jane?
Well, that was supposed to be your response if a pop culture reference was made after 1999, so...
But that was a Seinfeld reference.
No,
so, okay.
His response is a Seinfeld reference, so it's okay.
But what if my response is a Seinfeld reference? That'd be all right?
It's irrelevant. I want to hear more about these black non-Jew children.
Well, give you a little backdrop on the kids. My mother had another email, which I cannot find, about these kids, about...
Oh, we're going to lose him. He told me about this email. He has searched for 3 days for this email about these kids.
That he got a year ago.
Yes, and apparently a neighbor told his mom something private, and then the neighbor adopted 2 children or randomly took them off the streets of Harlem. We're not quite sure.
All I know is in this other email, my mother wrote something to the effect of, your children did such a good job playing with these black kids. They really.
Do they not have names? Get a little comfortable here.
Jade and Jasmine. Jade and Jasmine.
anyway, so she says, she goes into this other email. I'm kind of diverging into another email here about how the mother...
Yeah, the racist email.
The mother had a, what do you call it, she lost the child. What do they call it?
Miscarriage.
She had a miscarriage. That's sort of
miscarriage.
She has told the entire world about this woman's miscarriage that she can't have kids, so she went to New York and she got these kids, right? How the fuck she got these kids?
That's my favorite phrase.
She just got them. I don't know if she pulled these fucking kids off the street. I don't know what she did, but they're two little black kids, apparently very nice. And she was so thrilled that my little white Jewish kids get along so well with these two little kids in the pool, because whatever. I mean, it's such a ridiculous, absurd remark that she talks about the miscarriage and the fact that this woman can't have her own kids, so she goes and grabs some black kids off the city.
That's my favorite part.
And then my kids are just such darlings for playing with them because they've never seen.
So are you telling? Oh, sorry.
But you know what? She does.
And he froze.
So his kids will not play with the Irish children, not one bit. Nope.
I would like to see this musical.
I would like to see this musical as well.
And please.
Could we just go back to reading her words, and could you do it in her voice, please?
Well, all right. Well, I mean, it was almost at the end anyway. So.
Don't move so much.
I hope you two have talked about when you can all come here in August. Also, Shelly, the children, Jade and Jasmine, will be in Sarasota from August 1st through the 19th. So I'm hoping you might want to get together with them as well. My friend said they have been talking about their one good time in America was with Gabriel and Samara. That's sweet.
Okay, so they didn't just grab them off the streets of New York since it was their one good time in America. Maybe that's where the port was when they adopted them. I don't know. It's not like they did a kid drive-by and just picked them up. That's awesome. All right. Jewmom.
So how is Jewmom doing today? What's her status?
Jewmom is stuck at the airport again.
Do you call Jewmom, or you call her something else?
I'm going to start to call her Jewmom.
She'll definitely appreciate that, Sonny.
There's about so much more I can take of the Jewmom. So a few days ago, they flew up to New York to see my sister in Connecticut, and apparently it took like 18 or 19 hours to get there. And one of the emails I've posted, and I'm not going to read it here because people should just go read it so they can appreciate it. Now they have to kind of get the voice in their head on one of your viewers. How many people are watching now, Matt?
2, I think.
5?
2.
Okay, we got 150 people now watching.
Times 4.
Yeah.
Times 4. So, it took them 19 hours to get there because of weather delays. She wrote this epic email about how the planes were circling and almost crashing and how the world was coming to an end and how she finally landed, how they got special dispensation from LaGuardia to land at LaGuardia at 1 in the morning. This email goes on and on and on. And now today, only 3 or 4 days later, the same thing is happening. They cannot get home. Their planes, all because of all the storms up and down the Northeast, their flight was supposed to be at 2:30. They are still sitting at the airport right now. So to the poor people at the Jet counter.
The Jew Blue? Were you going to say that?
Should I do my Jew Pesci? My Jew Pesci?
I feel terribly sorry for the people at the Jew Blue counter.
Oh, that's hilarious. You know what, Rappaport? Makowsky's mom would make a great guest because apparently she will talk to anyone about anything.
Oh, when I was your age, I didn't do so good. I had a little bit of a bunion problem. Right? Something like that.
I got emails posted about my sister's wedding. It's all...
So wait, is your sister getting married?
This is like 5 years ago already.
So she's married 5 years now, or she's no longer?
I asked my sister to go collect her emails. So
Yes, she should.
Now,
speaking of Jews, yes?
I would love to know what your sister looked like. She looks like exactly like you, right? Identical?
We're not identical.
Does she have the hypnotic eyes and the full luscious lips?
Like most families, we have a resemblance.
Is that how it works?
I am not an adopted black kid like Arnold Jackson or Jasmine.
If she was not your sister, would you have dated her?
Come on.
All right. I gotta ask.
What are we talking Come on. What are we getting? Incest?
I didn't tell. I said if she was not. If she was not.
Show not that. Is
All right.
this not incest?
This is PLUStainment. This is.
All right.
Hamlet.
If you were on a soap opera, if this was a soap opera story, and you had been separated at birth, it's a soap opera story.
Jane's got to explain it.
You were separated at birth. You had no idea you were related. Would you have asked her out?
He's like, anything I say is wrong. Yes means I'm gross. No means I think my sister's gross.
You have no
can't.
idea
Matt,
you're related. You have
Matt,
no idea.
If you answer this question, that breaks my contract. Okay.
Oh!
I will not answer.
Putting it.
All right, don't answer it. The answer is C.
Okay.
I did
Answer it for your brother. If your brother didn't know he was related to your sister,
There's one time.
would he have asked her out if they were separated at birth? Answer for him.
Only a Makowsky would marry a Makowsky. That's all I can tell you about that.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
I like that answer. That's fine. That's self-deprecating as well. Yeah, no, that works.
Well, someone becomes Makowsky when you get married, yes. So.
Now, I need to finish the Jew story. Apparently, Elmo...
Yeah, could we wrap up the... Yeah.
Yeah, because we need to move on to some other religions.
Apparently.
Hard to believe there are others, one or two. Apparently, this guy likes to go to Central Park dressed as Elmo. And I'm not saying like he just paints his face red. He has a full bodysuit. And then he goes into anti-Semitic rants. And so then, of course, he gets arrested. And while he's getting arrested, he blames those Jew cops. So they took him away in an ambulance, and there's this great shot of these huge red feet sticking out of the back of the ambulance. Kind of funny.
The part of that story that I liked was, Jew cops? Really? You think there are cops out there that are Jewish?
Yeah.
We go to law school and medical school and accountants and what are you talking about?
I didn't know that there were Jew cops. I thought there was like a rule.
Maybe there's like a half-breed, maybe.
Yeah, a half-Jew cop or
like a Dominican Jew. What? Who said that?
Anyway.
We now have the most racist show on Google Plus. That should get us right to the top.
Right to the top.
Hey, Howard Stern does it.
Here, wait a minute. Let's move on to this. Let's keep it religious. So this artist, I haven't even bothered to remember his name. You look up and find the guy's name. Now I am Catholic, so that means I believe in magic. And so I don't know how he maneuvered this, but during a Catholic service, the Catholics believe in something called transubstantiation. This is not the important part of the story. But he had wine with him that I guess he said got blessed. I don't quite know that part. Whatever it was, he said it was blessed by a priest, but the priest didn't know that he had done it because it got in with the other stuff, I guess. Backstory I don't know about. But he claims it is sacred wine that he has put into popsicle form. So after you have the wine popsicle, the wooden stick is actually a cross.
Can you say that last line again more, Christopher Walken?
The wooden stick is a cross. And so that's his form of art. And usually he does all sorts of controversial art, and so that's his thing. Now, as a work of art, quite frankly, it looks just like a popsicle. So it's not like, ooh, it's beautiful, because by the way, you know what? It melts. He's made 100 of them. And because I mean, I read the whole story, but I don't actually know if it is legitimately, because the priest had no idea that it was up there, and I don't know how that could happen anyway because of all the armed guards and the machine guns that we have at services. So I don't really know how that happened. But whatever, this guy's got 100 Jesus Pops. So there you go. Jesus Pops.
Now, to me, Jesus Pop sounds more like Christmas popcorn. And somebody's clock is going off on the queue.
Oh, yeah. I always forget to turn it off. Oh, well.
Well, you're so turned on all the time. Or the
I
clock
am.
is
I am.
presence.
Would you like to make a religious remark, Ash, before you show us what you're working on?
No, I mean, you say, I'm not showing you. Jesus Pop sounds like some kind of frozen. I don't know if you had this thing in the States, but in Australia they had these little frozen or slushy style like cocktails, like illusions, and you could go and buy them, and they got
A
banned
cocktail
because
isn't
too much
illusion; it's a real thing.
You could bite Jesus' head off.
No, illusion is the name of a cocktail.
Oh, but you know the Jesus Pops isn't shaped like a body; it's just a thing with a stick. It's
I know.
It looks like a.
I'm just saying, it sounds like some sort of slushy frozen wine pop that you could, like a...
Now, would you ever draw such a
Yeah.
pop in your animation? Maybe for us, you'll draw a Jesus Pop? We would love to see you do it live if you
Why don't you
mind.
show us what you're doing?
Or draw a Jesus Pop
Okay.
live. That's...
It's for a client, if I can say
All right,
something
well,
so
can
classy.
you
I can't.
Can you start a new one that's for us as a team of peoples, like where you put Jesus' head on a stick and call it a pop?
How do you feel about people seeing religious figures in pastries? Because I'm thinking, if any religious figure is going to show themselves in something, it's probably not going to be in a pastry or a potato chip.
Could be Mary.
My personal opinion is that they're smoking something that they maybe shouldn't be, if they're seeing it. And I just love that they post it on Facebook and they get, you know, all the fame in the world that, you know, I just saw Jesus in my Danish. I think that's great. They should do that. What I'm saying is this migration of 100,000 people to go and see said Danish.
Yes. Yes.
That's the concern.
Yes.
Because the Danish is getting mouldy, you know, a few days later, and it's just not looking so much. Unless
they buy them and they shellac them.
Not if Jesus is actually in it. If Jesus is in the Danish, it ain't getting moldy. You know what I'm saying?
I sincerely believe that no religious figure is going to appear in any sort of foodstuffs.
Okay, I'll put a question to you. If Jesus is going to come back as a foodstuff, a condiment, a sauce, you know, whatever, what's he coming back in as? You know?
He's here. Have you not met Matt Makowsky? What?
In what sort of food stuff?
Would he come? Would it be
an ice cream Snickers bar?
The congealing top of a bowl of minestrone? He'd like be there in amongst the carrots and the pasta, or?
Well,
come back as black and white cookies.
Perfect.
Black and white cookie is perfect.
Adjoining.
Or, yes, but that's just two, and I believe your mother's friend already did the joining of the races with her adoption. You know, I heard she had a miscarriage, and that's why.
You said the secret word again.
He did.
Is that the word of the day?
Yes,
I can say miscarriage because I've had two of them. So send your hate mail to Rappaport.
Ouch! Wow.
Whoa! No hate mail. We don't like miscarriages. It just happens to be the secret word. I didn't pick it.
My mother had 3 miscarriages. Me and my brother and my sister.
That's a miscarriage.
Oh.
But I kid. We should.
How'd that turn out? All right.
So did I tell you that my mother left a voicemail on my brother's answer machine?
Your lover? What? Your mother.
His Jew mom. That's her name.
My hashtag jewmamma left left a message on my brother's answering machine about what an idiot his wife is. And she left it unknowingly because her phone called his answering machine from her pocketbook. And she was at a Jewish social event full of strangers that she never met before and rambled on for 15 minutes about what an idiot her daughter-in-law is. Now,
that is not good.
My brother is the last living human being to have one of those, a real answering machine. Because nobody has, maybe people in England have those boxy answering machines, because people in England, they keep around forever, right? I mean, they got built.
I wouldn't know. He's in Australia.
Well, just before he finishes what he's saying, I'd just like to say goodbye to the whole British audience that he's about to.
They're all sleeping, so it's okay. It's like 5 in the morning there, 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it's 3.
Well, they'll catch it on the rerun.
They got shit standing from 1,500 years ago, so they never get rid of anything.
Next week on the PLUStainment Show, we'll be bringing in the entire British Plus community to rebut.
The British. I was just in the UK. We could go. They're still playing the Atari 2600. I'm not kidding.
Was there anarchy when you were there, or
the Atari 2600? and Tumbleweed.
Yeah.
Tumbleweed.
What do you-
Okay,
And
so,
still playing the Atari.
You should have said Pong. That might have landed.
hey, doesn't Alex Balthazar live in New Mexico?
What's so new about that?
Wait a minute.
Really?
Smithers, there's a New Mexico?
Alex Balcazar lives in Tijuana. As a matter of
Can
fact.
you actually live in Tijuana? I think he was just visiting.
And I am going to Tijuana.
No. First of all, let me tell my New Mexico story, and then I'm going to say why you can't go to Tijuana.
Okay, you do
You
that.
could bring your tea if you wanna. What?
Okay, so an off-duty
Don't
sheriff
echo.
in New Mexico was in the hospital. He went there. He goes in the bathroom. He takes his gun off. He forgets it. He just forgets it. So then he goes, he's wandering around. He's like, you know what? I don't have my gun. Kind of lost my weapon. Somebody found it. They returned it. And now he's kind of in trouble. So if you are an officer of the law,
You might be Jewish.
I think he was Jewish in New Mexico. Yes, that's exactly what he was. He was one of those Jew cops that hates Elmo, but he lived in New Mexico. That's what it says.
Elmo, not like that.
What do you think? What do you think about what should happen to him? Do you think that's just stupid or just one of those things? Like, yeah, you're in the can, you got to take everything off, okay. Or maybe he should be a little more careful in a public place with his weapon.
Maybe he
Thoughts?
should be a little bit more careful in a public place with his weapon that can kill somebody.
Weapon. Okay, Tumbleweed.
Matt Makowsky,
by the way-
are you cut off? What happened?
Hello?
Cleveland Center.
Ash,
Cleveland Center.
will you
We
show
got
us
a
what you're drawing?
11997.
Houston, stand by. Hello?
Ash,
We've got a problem.
Ash, please show us what you're drawing.
Show us what you're working with.
Houston, we have an Australian.
What are you doing?
Wait.
Are
Is
you
it?
fixing your
Why are you, Ashlan? Why are you wearing a scarf? Is it cold where you are?
It's winter in Australia.
But even in Australia, how cold can it be?
How cold is it?
Oh, you're muted. Unmute yourself.
Hey, can you show a picture that you showed me of where you have to work? Ash, show him a picture of where you have to work.
Wearing this.
I guess. I didn't know.
Show him a picture of where you work. Where it's all
Does
frosty.
it snow where you are?
No, it doesn't snow.
It doesn't snow, but it's cold enough to wear that. Okay, let's check.
It's relative, buddy. It's relative. I mean, if you live in the Caribbean or something, you're all of a sudden in a...
So if it was like 60, you guys use the metric system, right? So, all right.
Yeah, go on to do the math.
I don't want to do the math.
Okay,
That's
look,
hard.
I just got home from work, and where I work in an industrial freezer that's at -40, so that's around about... That's about where Fahrenheit and Celsius meet, so it's around about 0 Fahrenheit.
What?
It's cold.
I hope you... Yeah, it makes sense. You're cold. Is it worth it to work there to be cold all day?
Someone's got to do it.
Someone's going to do
Decent
it.
money.
Tell us what you told me. Fast food and the blood supply.
Yeah, and what about your balls?
Fascinates me.
That's what I want to know about. You must be killing them slowly.
Right. Oh, the what? The bodies? What? What fast food?
Here.
I can't talk about that on air, Jane. Sorry, I can't.
What?
Oh, you
Can
cannot.
talk-
Oh, okay.
I have to be very careful
know that.
about what I say on air. Yeah.
I did not know that.
But do you get sick a lot? Do you get sick a lot from being in that freezer? You don't. Okay.
You know, an interesting thing, when you first go in there, like you grow up Canadian or you grow up in the north of Russia, you're just used to it. The first time, if you're not used to that temperature, your lungs just hurt. It is painful, and it's pretty scary that you don't even feel it anymore. So I don't know, maybe it's killing me. I've got no idea.
All right, now show us what you're drawing. Show us.
I can't, Jane, I can't show you what I'm drawing.
No, start a new drawing for us.
Start something new.
Start something new, like Jesus Pops or whatever you want.
Just draw something while we're talking.
Put on the
and we'll ignore you
screen,
again.
draw something, and you'll that way people will be like, oh yeah, he's a good drawer.
Scribble something on Makowsky's shoulder, because he's a pilot.
Paint
Do
a dick
something.
four on his shoulder. You know?
A what?
A dick four.
A dick 4? Is that what you said?
Yeah, on his shoulder.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Jane, you're an idiot.
No, I am an idiot, and I'll tell you why. So I went to see Brave, which, by the way, is a very good movie. And
You ruined my joke, by the way!
And I...
No, Matt, she didn't. She made the punchline. It was awesome.
I am an idiot. And so the first... I don't even know if I'd seen a 3D movie since lately. I know I hadn't seen one in at least 10 years, if ever.
Matt, you're talking about a cock or a movie?
Oh, good thing.
I'm talking about a movie.
A cock of a movie.
So as the preview's about to begin, it says, please put on your 3D glasses. So I put on my glasses, and the first thing they show is the trailer to The Hobbit, and I'm pumped because it's The Hobbit. You know how excited I am about those things. And I'm thinking, oh, my God, these effects suck. And I can hear these people behind me. We're just two adult men going, oh, that's great, man. I'm thinking, what the hell? And then they go on to the next trailer. It's for some movie I never heard of. It's like, and people.
Wait a minute. Are your sunglasses $8 from Walgreens that you would mistake your sunglasses? Wait a minute. Are your sunglasses $8 from Walgreens that you would mistake your sunglasses for 3D glasses that they give you?
No, Jew mom, and she'll tell the rest of the world.
I just skipped that step and I told the rest of the world.
Is anyone there? Is it me? Am I the only one here? Okay, Ash, so you're there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
The other two are gone?
Am I here?
Okay.
Am I here?
All right. So are you going to scribble on Makowsky's shoulder or face or whatever?
Am I not here?
Seeing?
Is that a yes?
I can hear you, buddy. Well, are you seeing it? I am. I'm doing it for you live. You asked me to, so it's happening.
Wait, now Jane is gone. Hello? Ash, do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear, buddy.
Okay, so Rappaport is gone, and Jane is gone.
I can see Rappaport. Oh, he's frozen. Okay. And
Yeah,
you can't see what I'm drawing. You asked me to draw live, I make it happen, and you can't see it.
No, I see what you're drawing. I see it.
Oh, good. Good.
Well, I'm contacting my attorney, but I do see it.
Okay.
These Hangouts. You know, they used to work.
Is Rappaport gone?
Oh, I see what he's doing. That's nice. I guess he is. We're still on. That's all that counts. So, yeah, we're still on. Well, it says we're on. I'm going with it. You
How dare you?
Motherfucker!
Juma.
What ain't no country I ever heard of?
Jane, did I mention that my mother has friends with black kids? I thought that was worth mentioning.
Did I just join this show in progress from the beginning? Did we just go rewind? What happened?
I have no idea.
Wow, is this really happening? This is it's almost like Matt Makowsky's Steve Martin in your picture over there, Ashlan.
Yeah, the Hangouts are in.
Now is this
kind of sucking?
Is it they're sucking, or is it that they think this show is too wild and we're getting smushed? I doubt it. They're just sucking.
Okay, Rappaport's back.
I think they're just sucking.
I'm back.
I need to make an observational point. What Jane just said about the glasses and the 3D and the oohing and the eyeing, that's basically experience in bed with Jane Ellen. So that was supposed to be funny. Okay, I guess it didn't work out. It was funny if I said it like 10 minutes ago. All right, there's an echo, so let's go to that echo. All right. And everyone's fine. This is a PLUStainment Show. This is a show where people freeze in Australia.
I frozen?
When they're in a freezer.
Is Jane frozen?
Jane is either frozen or she's not moving.
It's hard to tell with her, to be honest.
She's got a lot of work done. What? Wow. So Matt, you're looking pretty good there. He's giving you the mustache. Now, would you ever want a mustache such as that?
Only for cunnilingus, that's all. That would be the only reason. Otherwise,
would that be protection for you?
Personally, I wouldn't want a mustache.
Yeah. Me neither. It is just. You're freezing. All right, no, you're good. You're back.
Yeah,
Jane might come back.
Everyone's having problems. It's not just me. Everyone's having problems. So. Probably
it's that 1 year. You know, it's that 1 year anniversary after a whole year of Google.
You know what doesn't make sense is Skype works perfectly for my hotel, but Google Plus does not. And I'll tell you what, I'm getting real tired of Google and their shitty software.
The opinions.
The opinions here. Look, they put out another.
The opinions of Matt Makowsky.
They put out this shit version of Gmail today for the mobile app. Mm-hmm. Why do they keep releasing software that doesn't work? Why? Go. You have 10 seconds to answer this question.
They were in a rush to the marketplace, and they did not hire enough people to cover enough ground quick enough. Does that make sense? For the volume that they were getting.
They've been in a rush to the marketplace for 10 years now. So Skype comes along in
not Google Plus.
Well, in 8 minutes, Facebook was formed. In 8 minutes, Skype was formed.
But Facebook sucked for a long time before actually they put stuff on it. It was just like a profile and a wall and like.
It all sucks. These things have been around since the 60s or 70s. These chat rooms. That's all these things are, is fucking chat rooms.
Oh.
Now Skype comes along and poof, they got a perfect communication. If this show was on Skype, it would be seamless. Google comes along.
Yeah, but there would only be 2 of us on that show.
If Skype could make it to, I guarantee you, Skype could so easily make it for 9 people, flawless. Google must have retarded people in their development department for everything. They must have a group of retards for mobile apps, a group of retards for their social apps, and for their communication. Everything is bad. Everything Google does is bad. You turn on an iPhone, the fucking thing just works. I don't give a shit what all these Android fuckers say. You have to wipe those phones clean.
Don't hold back.
You have to wipe the goddamn Android. I've had people, well, you never had Android. No, I've had those Android phones 17 times. Every single one of them gets wiped out every month and has to be reloaded. And you know what? I had a Galaxy Tab for a tablet. I don't know what possessed you. You couldn't upgrade it. The fucking thing didn't work an hour after it came out of the box. You get the...
So he's freezing. Let me put on the 3D glasses that Jane was talking about that she was not wearing. There you go. I haven't seen a 3D movie in a while. There it is. Cool. Jane Ellen is apparently not going to come back. And Matt Makowsky is here.
You see the iPhone right here? Everyone who says, oh, iPhone is crap, it's crap, all this shit, and the iOS is crap, and it's for retards because you can't do anything to it, you can't change it to Android, you can do everything with, and blah, blah, blah. I say, fuck you with this bullshit.
Hey, Makowsky, can we get a deep breath?
The phone turns on every time, and the applications work seamlessly every time.
I have to say, with the whole debate, when people debate about Android versus iOS and what's better, what's worse, at the end of the day, it's just I'm a fan of that company, and that's really what it's about, being someone's a fan of that company.
At the end of the day, I don't care what the company is, though. I don't care which Chinaman made the fucking thing.
Well, they had minerals in Africa that they took first, you know.
Whatever. Everybody, all these companies are killing Chinese people. Whatever. Look, they're killing Chinese people. It doesn't matter. The point is, I got my iPhone, and every day I turn it on, and the motherfucker just works. And I never had to wipe this operating system clean. I never had to restart the phone. People complain. They say, oh, the tablet can't, the iTab can't do anything. It can't do anything. The truth is, none of this shit can do anything. But for sure, do not buy an Android device because, look, Stephanie Wanamaker, if I can say her name, she...
you can say her name.
Better. I'm just saying...
No, you're only destroying the company that is putting us on air right now.
Look, I'm not. The company that has us on the air right now has $400 billion. So they're not getting destroyed. What I'm saying is, she had an Android tablet for a month. Just the other day, she posted, "It won't turn on. What the fuck do I do with it?" You know what I wrote? I wrote, "Throw it in the fucking garbage." Because it's a piece. It's
Jane Ellen's back.
I had to reboot. Ay, ay, ay.
So while you were gone, you missed Tumbleweed and Matt destroying Android, which is fine, because I agree that Android needs some help. And I'm more interested in the glasses to see if they work well. But anyway.
It's just everything they do.
And it looked like Turtle from the show.
Oh, did you finish? You finished his
Who looks like
scribbling?
Turtle? I look
Everyone
like
lost
Turtle.
interest. I started drawing Tumbleweed, actually. That's what
Oh, you
What do
did?
you mean? No, we were talking about the mustache and everything, and he said he wouldn't really wear the mustache, only for cunnilingus. Oh, man.
Well, see, it's starting to freeze again. I don't know if you can hear me,
We
but
can
I think
see
I
you,
just
we
have
can
to
hear you.
leave you because this is a freaking nightmare. Because I can't hear anybody.
Well, we could invite Mr. Chichu and see if he'll come into our dirty hangout to tell us what the deal is. I just did. So.
I can't even hear that. So I'm just going to go. Mwah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to hang up too. I think the show is in a
I
very
think the
large
show is over because
Can we have
it's a technical disaster.
Can we have a closing segment at least if people are watching this far?
Close it up, Rappaport. Close it out. Take us home.
All right,
Close it out.
so let's close it out. So this is, I believe, this will be our last show before the 1-year anniversary. So we won't be back until July 2nd. So between now and the next show, Google Plus will turn 1 year. So after a whole year of all these craziness and everyone you met, and I mean, real quick, Jane and Matt, I mean, is there something to sum up your 1-year experience or however long you've been here?
Yes, I will be in Tijuana next week, and have been raped and killed.
That sounds like a good time. Will you have your hangouts with you?
You're not going to Tijuana. No. I can't
will be
even
in
argue
Tijuana.
about it because I can hardly hear. No.
What will you be doing in Tijuana, and what's your name?
My contract is sending me to Tijuana for a week.
On vacation?
No, yeah, somebody, yeah. Yeah. Vacation to being raped and killed, yes.
They do have decent, are you going to eat the
I'm not
food there and drink the water?
I'm not even sure which order it will come in. Will I get killed and raped, or no? Will they rape me and kill me, or kill me then rape me? Or both? Will they rape me, kill me, then rape me again? Which way does it go? How's it going to go down?
I think you're going to get married before you get raped and killed. How's that?
Yeah, so over the last year of Google Plus, made enough enemies, made enough friends, made enough stalkers. Got one stalker, will not fit, and made a fake profile of me this past week, and it was very embarrassing. We had it removed. Thing. Yep. Yeah, I tagged you in. Didn't I tag you in to come help out and report it as a fake profile, Matt? But no, you didn't come.
Because I didn't get that. All right, I'll look for it. Hey, you know notifications don't work that well, right? Maybe that'll be the one.
Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's gone. It doesn't matter.
Blah, blah, blah. All right. Well, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Stalker on Google Plus, and it's unfortunate. She was a good friend of mine, and because I wrote a post that she didn't agree with, next thing I get the hate mail, and then I read that hate mail on the air, but I didn't say her name, and then she made a fucking, then she wrote more hate mail, and then her husband wrote a hate mail, and then today I got a phone call, which I just hung up on her, and
so you're just basically what you're saying is that people have to take it too far, Google Plus. You're taking it way too far.
With the fake profile she created, if my family had seen that, that would have been terribly embarrassing. And I've never named her or anything. I made it just a couple of references, but never to the point where it would embarrass her or her family. It's ridiculous. And just she called me today. All I heard her say on the phone, she said, "Matt?" I said, "Yes." I didn't realize it was her. Then she goes, "It's so-and-so." And she goes, I have to ask you a favor. And you know what I did, Matt? I hung up the fucking phone on her, because what favor could she possibly? Look, what favor is there?
I hope that wasn't a long-distance call.
Yeah,
guys,
so do I.
I got to say my quick farewell. So I got to get out of here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, good to have you here for the.
Yeah.
I hope you don't.
Next time, catch me before I'm or not on after a 12-hour shift.
Oh, I didn't. Hey, Jane.
No. I know.
No.
Jane just says, come, bring your guitar, bring
Jane
your
says,
pencil.
"Oh, get Ashlan in here," and I said, "Oh, right, you saw him want him in here. He was kind of a." And
Lovely to talk to you guys. I'll
Nice
catch
to
you
meet
next time. Have a good one.
All right, don't freeze in the freezer. So now it's just me and you.
Is I'm going to finish it up with this. Is there was no physical harm between us. There was never. There was never any kind of romantic interest either way, as far as I can tell you. Certainly not from my end to hers. I'm happily married. I have kids. She just cannot seem to let this shit go. It's phenomenal to me. Just let it the fuck go.
For those of you watching, this is the PLUStainment Show. It's not Sex, Loves, and Lives. That's another show.
But somebody needs to do a show about this trolling, or not the trolling, the stalking, because
we could do a show like that. I mean, we could do something that was dedicated to that. People would watch it and get a kick out of it, but I don't know. It'll be. I don't know how. If you block,
you think it's good enough to block a person? So let me explain to everyone out there who's watching right now. Blocking does dick, and here's why. Well, it depends on how good friends you were with that person. If it's just your average troll, blocking works fine. But if you were good friends with them, they potentially have your phone number, your regular email address, maybe even your home address. So blocking then becomes a moot point. Then what they can do is make a fake profile of you, and they can abuse you through that profile, which this person did. And all of this becomes potentially very embarrassing, all because this person disagreed with one fucking post, and that post had nothing to do with anybody or anything. It was just a statement, and this person disagreed with it, and for that I'm being punished. So all I can say is to everybody out there, be fucking careful.
Hey, so Matt, this situation that you have now, you don't think that it's ever going to eventually die down and roll over, or it's going to continue till the end of time?
Well, I'm sure it will. I'm sure this person will hopefully move on and get the help that they need, because they're sick. They're definitely sick, and I don't want them to do anything stupid or drastic, but they need to. But first of all, I know she's in Google Plus, even though she closed or deactivated her account temporarily.
No, I was not to cut you off, but look. So what you're talking about, and I know we're a comedy show, and I brought this up a little bit last night. I brought it up before, and it's happened to people. And so this idea that there are people on the internet, Google Plus, that are awesome, and then there are people that you think are awesome, and then you find out that they are, like you say, different examples, sick or whatever. And then when you talk about the person that calls, people have made posts, someone called out someone else on a post, and that happens. And people talk about someone like Bobby Today. I don't know if you know Bobby Today. She was talking about, that everyone should. It's not your job to. I'm not saying I agree with her. I'm just saying what she said. It's not your job to warn people about other people. Let them experience it on their own. So it's that thing like if you're the person that goes out and says, "Hey, I got screwed. I got this. I got that," and da da da, and oh, this person, and you didn't mention any names. But naturally, everyone's like, who is that? Who's he talking about? If they don't, because eventually that's what people. As soon as you talk about anything in general terms, everyone's like, oh well, we can't really help you unless we know who it is, and once they know who it is, it turns into drama nightmares. So, like at the end of the day, is it worth talking about? I mean, you want to vent to someone. I mean, you tell me. What do you
want to, what you want to do is you want to vent, and you want to try to give people warning that to kind of know your customers, so to speak. To either if they can figure out what you want to do is you don't want to say their name, but you want to give people a certain amount of information that they go, okay, I know who he's talking about, and I'm going to stay away from that person. Some kind of indirect message, enough clues to say, look out for this person. But it's more of, I guess, people need to know how to engage properly without getting, so emotionally charged about a stupid post. I mean, these are just posts. People write things. They write their opinions. They write a lot of things. Just say, hey, I don't agree with that, and that's a good friend of mine. But you know what I'm going to do? Because I have some good friends online who post shit I disagree with all the time. I just ignore it.
Or you could disagree. You could disagree with it and have a conversation that's not like insane, right?
You could. It's risky, I think, to engage, let's say, in a political discussion online because context gets lost.
But apparently not religion, because we attack that all the time.
religion I see going on, and everyone in the religious posts, everyone on both sides, they're trolls, right?
Right.
The person who made the post is a troll, the responder, if they disagree, is a troll, and then the commenters, they're all just trolling each other. You know, bottom line is, a couple things do not belong on any social environment because they cause problems. It is religion and politics just don't belong on Google+. Unless you are, unless you want to, if you are the type of person that can engage in a straightforward conversation without taking anything personally, and if you're the type of person who can engage in that conversation without writing anything personally, then fine. But most people, let's face it, most people cannot do that.
Well, and then everybody has different lines. Nobody knows. You could think, oh, what I wrote was perfectly not crossing a line, and someone could think, wow, that crossed the line. So how do you...
You can't, and that's my point, is you really can't, and I think that post what you want on Google Plus and on any social network, but be aware there's consequences to that kind of thing. No matter what side of the fence, if you think religion is awesome and you love God and you're a big believer in Jesus Christ, God bless you. Trust me, don't bring it to the fucking social network, all right? Unless it's a religious social network. If you've got a religious forum and you want to talk about the different ways Jesus Christ became Jesus Christ or whatever the fuck there is, go do that. But
everyone has the right, but everyone has the right to post what they want. I hear what you're saying, but if you're going to post something, prepare, be ready for what's coming at you.
Exactly. Be prepared for the attacks, one way or the other. You could say you're an atheist, be prepared for the attacks.
Right.
If you want to come out and say you're Jewish, be prepared for the attacks. A couple of people have made some overtly Jewish statements along the way, have said some racist things, and all I've done is kick them out and block them. That's all.
And, along the way, I'll say, occasionally, I've said something, or in fun, I've said things related, and, people have been really offended. I'm like, I am one of you. I am not saying anything. And I don't think it was anything terrible. I can't remember offhand what was done. It wasn't totally, because I'm the first one that's like, someone that's really attacking Jewish people for being cheap. Like, they're seriously doing it. It's like really meant to be, because, I don't even have a crazy amount of money, and I give what I have. So, I usually do. So, too bad we can't all be like that. Anyway, but, Matt, it's been a year, and it'd just be nice to keep moving on together and be trolls and these other people. I think after thinking about it, after everyone's talking about it, just say, you know what, they're going to be here, they're going to do what they want, they're going to continue to be involved, you're going to probably see them in some form because there's common bonds and, and the phones and email, and if you have it, let's say there's an event and people are at the event, that's going to continue to happen, and you just make the best of the situation. It's silly to be like, yell at each other and scream at each other and have things.
I'm going to tell you a true story about Facebook, because this is not limited to Google Plus by any means. On Facebook, I met a bunch of people of mine, kind of in a group, what they would call a chat group, kind of. And a lot of them lived in Florida because it was the Casey Anthony trial. That's what it was. So everybody kind of got into a Casey Anthony chat group, and everyone lived really close in the Orlando area. We all decided to meet at Daytona Beach. Kind of what we would call a hurl, right? Except we didn't call them hurls on Facebook, but we got a hurl. So I meet them there, a bunch of people, nice people, had a great time. It was a few guys, few girls, whatever. I had a great time, no issues. This is how crazy it is. Forget being online. I met these motherfuckers. All of a sudden, I start getting harassment phone calls from one of the guys and from one of the girls. They start harassing me. I don't know why. They started to talk about contacting my wife to tell her how I tried to fuck the girls on the beach, or how I had sex with the girls on the beach, or how I was trying to pick up girls on the beach.
Yeah, you did. I think you told this story. Yeah, I remember.
Well, none of them. I don't think I ever told it on HOA, but I may have mentioned it to you, or I told it to Jane, and maybe she related to you. But this guy, you know what I decided to do? I decided to do the best thing, because I was like, I can't stop them from coming to my house. I cannot stop them from emailing me or calling me or anything. I finally got the two of them on the phone, and I said, and my wife was with me. I said, you guys have what you want. I have my wife here on the phone. I'd like you both to tell her the story about who I picked up, who I had sex on the beach with, the type of people we met, please tell her everything. Here is your chance. And my wife was there. I said, say hi. And she said hi. The two of them hung up, and I never heard from those fuckers again. And that just goes to prove there was no story. I don't know what they were attacking you for. I don't know, but even, it's just bizarre to me. Even if you meet people in real life that you think are perfectly fine people, they could be crazy. You just don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know how you be careful, because you go as far as to meet them in real life, and they seem okay. How can you be more careful now? What am I supposed to do? Background checks on every single person?
Well, exactly. If you were to go and Google someone, if you take anybody you take some big people here, and you Google them, I guarantee you're going to find stuff out. You're going to be like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that about them. And that's interesting. I thought they said this, but I see that. Or they told me they were that. Like, maybe they told me they were, like, 40, but they're really 50. Or they told me they were broke, but they're really rich. Like, that's just the tip of the iceberg, you know? Or maybe they think they're all wholesome and great because they're doing something, but they're only showing you that persona online. If you were to be in the same room with them in real life or privately with them, you might see a whole other side they won't show people, where they unleash hell, you know? And then it's kind of like, if you oh, hi, how are you know, that kind of thing. And that's crazy, right?
Yeah, I think some jealousy or something plays a role in a lot of this. I don't know. I don't know what it is that turns a person, but I always have a feeling money or jealousy or sex is somehow involved in some way, shape, or form. I look at it this way: we're all adults, we hope, whether we're in our 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. Let's say is the average user, and it baffles me how an adult can act in such a way to try to be so intentionally hurtful, to destroy another person's life. Let's say I did do something at the beach. Let's say, for argument's sake, let's say if I did hit on a person there. Why the fuck would you go out of your way to ruin my life over it, right? Why would you do that? No sense.
Jealousy is all I can think about. Is all I can think is jealousy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, anyway, this has been the serious segment of your show, and yes, I hope this stupid social network, 6 months at least.
Well, I mean, I feel like we're in like the post-tainment, plus-tainment world. I mean, I could go nuts and invite everybody if you want. See what they have to say.
I think it's funny, with just two of us on, my Hangout doesn't crash.
Interesting, kind of interesting. Yeah. Doing pretty good. I invited a bunch of people. If you want to join us, let me know. But, you jump in, if you want to use Google Plus, right? You're going to jump in full force. You're going to be like, all right, I'm going to post on my stream. I'm going to be in the Hangout. I'm going to meet people. I'm going to spend time with them. Some people have a little bit of time. Some people have a lot of time. And you get involved in stuff, and you take stuff with a grain of salt, or you don't. And as you go along, a normal adult human being would understand that, guess what? Someone that you already have an idea of, if they show you something else, you might think, oh, that doesn't match what I see and know that person, so let me give them the benefit of the doubt. And if they keep showing you that, then you start to question. But I think that there's a lot of people that are very sensitive. A lot of people want to dish out what they can't take back. So they will criticize, they will judge, they will yell, they will scream. You even come close to doing anything even remotely back to them, World War III.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that's a big thing here, and that's a big issue.
I've had 2 or 3 bad experiences on Google Plus. One of them was with Dan Soto, and everybody, he's got like 40,000 whatever followers. And one day he decided to embarrass me and Jane, and I don't know why he did that. Well, his excuse was, well, Jane keeps tagging you in posts. I'm just making an observation. Really? Who needed to know that? Who needed to? Why would you embarrass Jane?
Definitely a troll. Listen, Dan is not all bad, I know you think he is. But he does do these things where he wants to get negative attention and he wants to start a fight. Yeah. It's kind of one of those things where people do that, where they do that, where they say something. And look, I've been in Hangouts where I've said something general, like, because I don't want to mention people's names, not because. And that is, when you say it in a Hangout, it's not in a post, it's not in a stream, it's a conversation, and that unless we're on air, that conversation comes and goes, and that's it, right? But if you're typing it, it's going to stay there unless someone deletes it. And
it stays there. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's like writing a bad email to somebody. You send it, and they have it for forever to read.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned, and I say it because it was completely unprovoked, and Jane didn't deserve to be embarrassed, and I didn't deserve to be embarrassed. And again, he didn't consider the consequences. Suppose my wife is online and she sees that, like, that could ruin my life. There's nothing going on between Jane and I other than just friendly shit going on Google Plus. And he writes something like that, and my wife could be online. She could see that and say, okay, now tell me what's going on between you and Jane Ellen, right? And nothing. The answer is nothing. So why does a person...
So, but wait, that brings up an interesting point. That's a topic we talk about. I mean, not that we need to get too serious. Maybe like men and women, can they be friends? Yes, probably. I mean, everyone's on that whole when Harry met Sally, men and women can be friends. You could be even attracted to each other. It doesn't mean you're going to act on it, right?
Men and women can be friends. Like it's tough for men and women to be friends up through their 20s and 30s, I think, because those are the ages when you're trying to form a relationship, maybe get married, maybe have kids. Once you hit your 40s, let's say you've already been married, you are still married, you have kids, whatever. Those issues of men and women being friends, I think, tend to go out the door. I don't think it becomes an issue anymore. I think a man can be friends with a woman and not have it have to turn into a relationship of a sexual nature at all. That's what I think. That's what I've seen online. That's been my experience. Is like I can be friends with Amy Gabriel. I can be friends with Jane Ellen.
But if you really trust, if you are in a relationship, whether it's boyfriend-girlfriend, boyfriend-boyfriend, girlfriend-girlfriend, marriage, whatever, then there should be real trust there, And the other thing too is if your spouse, and this might sound like a negative to you, but and it's not even to attack you, but if you are in a relationship and you have kids and you are spending so much time, and Matt, you spend a lot of time here, but maybe not as much as I've seen others, but you're spending, and you travel a lot, but if you're spending so much time on any Facebook, Google, whatever, and you have a relationship, you have kids, there's no way that you can, if you're so involved in this, how much involvement are you in with your wife or your husband or your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your kids? There's a fine line between, like, okay, I am on here and I'm enjoying myself, like, and it's almost like my television, right? So it's like instead of TV or movies, it's kind of like this is my entertainment or enjoyment. Talk to me about that. How do you make a fine line between giving enough time?
I'm a little bit unique because I travel, so I'm not home 4 days a week anyway. However, when I'm home on the weekend, I do my best to minimize. If my kids and my wife are involved with other things, then yeah, I get online. But if we're actively doing something together as a family, I stay away from it. I will tell you the problem that is probably going on all throughout America right now. Not everybody is like me. Not everyone travels. So for the people that are at home and for they go to work, I do see they're on Google Plus a lot from work. Fine, I do it too. I'm not criticizing that. When they get home, they're on Google Plus maybe twice as much. That starts to concern me. It worries me that they are, in fact, abandoning their families for what I would consider 24/7 open bar. That is the problem with Google Plus and Facebook and all these things.
Right.
You have the opportunity to sit in a fun bar all day long. And whether you drink at home and join your friends online or you're just getting into the conversations, whatever, it is addictive. And Google has not made it any easier to stay the hell away from it. They've got the Hangouts, and they've got a very strong stream, and people have invented the hurls. So everywhere you look, you've got a real community here, and it is hard when you're at home 7 days a week. You've been living with, it's an escape, I guess is what I'm trying to say. People turn it into an escape from their families. That's what I think is happening. It's kind of I think it breaks up the family a little bit.
And that's kind of scary, yeah. And I think that's what it's. I think that people start to get jealous about that happening. It's like if my girlfriend, I don't have one right now, and if you want to apply, let me know. But because that'll work out. But if she test is not conclusive yet, but I'll say no. I actually have mates where they actually, so instead of affecting my body, they affect my room to make it less messy. But no, but if I was ignoring her because I was if we were sitting in the same room and I'm sitting and we spend the weekend together and I'm sitting on the computer the whole time and she is kind of looking at her phone, but then she's just like sitting there, or the vice versa. She's on her computer and I'm like, we should be talking, we should be watching TV, we should be kissing, we should be sexing, whatever we should be doing, but it's a form of ignoring you. So it hurts. It's kind of like it could be anything. They could be doing anything instead of being with you. But if you're going to spend that much time together, right, and like being in the same room, what?
It's like you're cheating on your spouse with Google Plus or whatever your social network is.
Yeah, whatever your addiction is or whatever your thing is.
Yep.
But it's hurtful because it says to that person, you care more about all this than them. And so, but that doesn't have to be your significant other. That could be with like people that have, other friends, relatives, pets, anything. I mean, you could be ignoring a lot of things, right? Be ignoring responsibility. And I'm not putting it all down. I'm just saying I think it depends on your situation and what what you're capable of and and it does become.
It's not even healthy whether you're married or have kids, or even if you're single and you don't have a girlfriend or whatever. It becomes an excuse not to leave your house, right? So you're not getting out there in the world and you're not experiencing it. Everything becomes a two-dimensional experience to you electronically. So you end up with a lot of these electronic friendships, but you're not getting out in the world. You're just, I don't know what the hell I would call it, but you're just experiencing life through your computer.
No, you're right. It's like an electronic open bar versus a real bar.
And the brain, from what limited research I've read on this, the brain gets off, so to speak, on constantly changing activities, right? So what do these social networks offer? Constant change. You look at the stream, it changes in split seconds. There's always a new post. There's always a new argument. There's always a new
There's
hangout.
a lot of psychology involved in this, too. They use a lot.
And it's very addictive, very, very addictive. Hard to get off. I mean, I find myself sitting here in my room where I used to watch 100 episodes of Family Guy in a row, right? I don't even turn on the TV anymore. I turn on the goddamn stream and I just watch it.
This is your TV, yeah.
I just watch it. Right. If I post something,
amazing.
If I write something, some original, yeah, if I write some joke in my head and I put it out there, or I write something funny, or I write a new meme, I have to keep refreshing the screen. I want to see those plus ones. I want to.
There's a new feature. No refresh. We should just see it automatically without the refreshing. That would help, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it comes in, sometimes it doesn't. Again, back to Google software, not exactly working. Whatever. That's all. It's. I love it and I hate it. I wish I didn't love it so much. I wish I wasn't so goddamn addicted. I sometimes wish I could shut it down for a week. I can't.
Right.
I admit,
do you have it on your phone and your tablet or all that stuff?
It's on my phone. It's on my tablet. Yesterday I got Flipbook for my iPad and.
Yeah. Did you like? Yeah, I did. The Flip. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Did you like it?
Well, I wrote a full review on it today.
I'll have to go look at
Basically,
that.
I wrote.
Yeah.
So here's Flipbook. It's very nice user interface. It's like a newspaper. You kind of flip the pages, and it has like almost like headlines, and it has nice pictures. Here's the problem with it. One is if I post something from Flipbook, it doesn't then show up in my Flipbook. I have to go back to the first page and click the refresh button. I'm sorry. That's retarded. That's number one.
Number one.
Number one problem with Flipbook. Number two problem with...
This show is the PLUStainment Show. We're trashing everything.
You cannot +1 a comment if you're reading a thread. You cannot +1 a comment. Now, I could be crazy, but that's part of the social interaction, is acknowledging someone's comment, at least +1ing it. You can respond, but you can't +1. So what you do is you have to respond by typing +1. That's the only way you can +1 something.
Nice, and then hashtag Flipbook response.
Yeah.
Listen, nothing's perfect. It's new. It's new. I mean, and I don't know. Flipbook is working with Google. This is their first API test to let another company use Google Plus, and they are trying. I don't think they gave them everything. They gave them it's limited. So, can you reshare?
You can reshare. Yes, you can do that. You cannot get your notifications. So no notifications, and notifications is 98% of the game, right? You get notified. You go to that post. You don't get any of that. So what you end up doing is you have your mobile phone in one hand, and your iPad in the other hand, with your flipbook. I mean, it gets ridiculous. Either make shit that just works all the way, and put it out on the market when it all works, or like Steve Jobs got he's dead. So I'm sorry, everybody. It's just I don't need to mention his name. He's dead.
That's fine. No, I just meant because we get it. We get that there's like the Apple products.
Steve would not let that happen. He wouldn't put it out.
Right.
He wouldn't put it out.
Right. Well, so it seems. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the deal is with. They've had bugs for a long time on Google Plus, things that don't work, things that break, things that change, and it seems like the problems lie in either rushing or even if a little piece of code is off. I don't really know. I don't know why they add new stuff. They are paying people. I believe it was a rumor that they pay people to do all this stuff, and these people are working hour after hour after hour. Maybe they just don't have enough machines, enough people. Hey, Angie Person is here.
Angie Person is here. Another thing, Matt.
Yeah.
And now that Angie's joined, and I don't know if she's one of these people. I'm probably about to make an enemy of Angie Person. I don't know if she's one of these people. But if I see one more fucking 8 in the morning, 7 in the morning post about someone's coffee, I'm about to go off the fucking deep end.
Oh.
And yet we have to watch posts about your bowel movements.
Yes, stop that. That's important. Guess what?
Well, the coffee causes the bowel movement, so.
There you go, Rappo.
I know for a fact that everyone's drinking coffee in America around the world.
Well, I had to stop a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, not really everybody.
I know it happens in the morning, and I know people do it before they go to work, and I know I do it at work. And yet, all day long, people are treating this like it's fucking news, okay? Guess what? The 7 o'clock news doesn't happen.
Nobody's treating it like news.
They don't announce coffee drinking as late-breaking news. They don't talk about it. Peter Jennings, he's dead, right?
That would be a funny post if you wrote late-breaking news. Drinking coffee.
But it's not enough they talk about the fact that
that's
they have
actually kind of a funny post.
Wait,
hey, by the way, I'm having some green tea right now, so there you go. I won't post that.
There are 2 statuses of coffee. No, there may be 3. Oh my God, I don't have my coffee. Or I have my coffee.
That's the Regis and Kathy Lee show.
You're out of control.
I'm on my 6th cup of coffee. I mean, I have to know either they don't have it, that they do have it, or how many they fucking had at this.
Wow, the F word, you are really mad. The F word, I think we've unleashed the most F words on this show.
We're kind of on a Hangout On Air.
Oh, he's
I was a little disappointed because I haven't seen you in forever, Rap, and I kind of wanted to have a one-on-one, man.
One-on-one on air for everyone. That's not really one-on-one.
No, not on air, not on air. I said I kind of wanted to have a one-on-one, but not on air.
For those of you watching, me and Angie have one-on-ones.
Just by the way, I cyber stalk you, baby.
Anyway, I apologize for the coffee.
I already picked out the rabbit that I'm going to boil.
We have 100 people online that are going to get very upset with the coffee rant, and I know Andy's upset.
Listen. I think what Matt Makowsky is trying to say is...
No, Matt, you're fine.
You're fine, but what you're saying is, for you it's the coffee, some people don't, or it's the cat, some people it's... some people don't like when you say good night. Look, I do. I posted about coffee. I posted about cats. I've said good night. I've done it all.
You're the biggest defender. Next thing that's going to come from you is a Star Wars droid dripping coffee machine.
Now wait, but wait. The biggest. I do post a lot.
Wait a minute. This is the droid you're looking for. Oh no, this is not the droid you're looking for.
That's awesome though.
Every fucking day I turn out, is it or isn't it? Is it or isn't it? Is it or isn't it?
I did see someone that turned their coffee machine into an R2-D2, and it's a coffee machine, so.
That's the droid you're looking looking for. It's
Exactly.
Wait. Just because I'm really curious, Matt Makowsky. I mean, you post a lot of crazy stuff yourself. I will go to your stream just to see. Okay, we got the PLUStainment Show. Da 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 da. Want to talk about your Jew mom? Da 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 da. You want to talk about your Jew mom again? Da 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 da. You want to talk about? You want someone to wire you something because that's funny? Okay. Wait, I'm looking for something.
I'm just asking.
No, I'm saying you're talking about the Jew mom about 50 times, and then we talk about it on the show. So when you get a topic stuck in your head, you obsess about it.
No. I'm not. Okay. It's you post whatever you want, but it's true. I'll get into themes. I'll get into themes. I'll talk about Jew mom for a week. I'll talk about this or whatever, and I'll get into themes. But I'm not talking about one person having a theme about coffee. Okay, that would be their specialty. That would be their niche. If Angie had a whole thing about coffee and she had all kinds of flavors of coffees and coffees from all over the world.
Like a page, yeah.
I'm talking about, what do we have, 100 million users, G+?
No, I know what you're talking about. That you get to see at 10 in the morning, coffee.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on. We have 100 million users. No, that's more like 100 users. We have 100 users on Google+, and all we do for the morning, for the first hour of the morning. If we had 100 million users, holy shit, I'd blow my brains out altogether.
But sometimes that's all there is to talk about. Sometimes it's a slow news day. And I'm also kind of curious, are you always angry about coffee, or are you just angry about coffee right now?
I'm angry about it right now.
Right now.
It's just an observation that, look, I understand. People, you know what, we're all so isolated in our cubes. Can I just say, I'm not blaming anyone for this. I blame it on our work, on our, what do I want to call it? I blame it on our
job you don't like?
Culture. I want to blame it on our cultures, right? We all are stuck in our lives. We are all stuck in a rut. We are all, going to the office every day and then going home and getting nagged by our kids every day, and then we go to sleep.
Not everybody has that, but okay.
Rappaport, shush for a minute. I'm saying, in the general terms, we are all stuck in our ruts. And what happens is you go to work, and you might not have something that inventive or fun or whatever to say, but God damn it, you need to say something because you want to talk to people. You want to start conversation. Yes. So start with the coffee, and that's okay. I'm actually not mad at it. I just think it's just an observation I'm making that, 99% of the posts at 9 or 8 in the morning are about the fucking coffee. But what I will agree is, it's fine. It's because I know what it's about. People wanting to reach out and talk.
Well, and see, isn't that the thing, though, Matt? Because, I mean, a lot of the posts I see are very cerebral and very intense and very, but then on the other hand, the ones that get the most responses are the ones that are easiest to relate to. So is it easier to relate to genetically modified crops are causing molecular damage on a cellular level, or is it easier to relate to my coffee sucks?
Right.
And
also time of day and mood.
Or is it easier to relate to droids that you're looking for or not looking for? I don't know. Apparently.
Can I say the funniest part of the whole show is you saying the droids and not droids looking for? I've laughed the most at that whole show. You going back to the droids and not the droids.
It's called a running gag, man.
Yeah, it's called a running thing. It's
right,
shtick, baby.
Half the memes are about the droids you're looking for. The other half of the memes are about the same. It's the same droids. It's the same fucking picture, but you're not looking for them. It's too funny to me. But I agree with you. In fact, I have the same experience. I'll post this the other day. Yesterday I was flying. I had to fly to Buffalo. I post, it's time to fly, right? But I put a dash through it. It's time to fuck, crossed out, fly. Well, everybody that had a mobile device wrote it as it's time to fuck fly.
They can't see it, yeah.
It doesn't hash out. It blew me away. That simple little stupid post had 50 comments, and people went going crazy for it. Yet I'll post some brilliant fucking meme that I've taken hours to figure out.
That's how it works, just like the on air, dude. We do these on airs, people like.
You think it's the most brilliant fucking thing, and it just goes.
But Matt, I've seen you post Makowsky. I've seen you post stuff like, I have this brutal schedule, blah blah blah. I have to do this, I have to do that, and there's 0 comments. And then you're like Event Horizon, and there's 498 comments.
It's really, absolutely, yeah. You're right. I mean, sometimes simple or stupid is better than elaborate and sophisticated.
Sometimes the majority of people are on here because they want a distraction from real life, not because they want to have to think more about real life.
Exactly. But and one of the things I wrote the other day was interesting on this whole point. I wrote kind of a funny thing about irrational fears. You shouldn't be irrational about going in the ocean. Or no, it's rational fear not to go in the ocean because let's face it, something could come up that you can't see and eat you, right?
Could. Well, they could do that on the freeway too. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I basically rationalized everyone's fears. So I said, stop thinking your fears are irrational because these are all valid fears. You could die in any one of these things. So, and then somebody asked me about the 13th, and I said, well, look at Apollo 13. Look what happened to those guys. And a guy chimed in and he said, well, they didn't die. Look, all right, you're trying to add logic to the joke. Just kind of back off the keyboard, man. I get it. They didn't die. We know it. He says, look what happened to Apollo 1, man. I'm like, yeah, I know what happened to Apollo 1. Look, they died.
Is this in your
People don't want to know that.
It's just a joke, and people get caught up in the.
Well, people get bent out of shape, and that's the thing too. Is like there are people that know you or have gotten to know you, or at least they think they do, and there are people that are brand new to your stuff, and they don't know you, and they don't know where you're coming from. There's all the different moods and the personality and the time of day, and someone beat me up or someone where I had a good day. I mean, there's so many different factors when it comes to any.
Buzz Killington, buzzkill in every thread.
That's my thing. Oh my God. Matt, I've always said I could make a post that says it's really bad to put kittens in a wood chipper, and there would be at least 3 people that would hop on that thread and would say, no, it's good to put kittens in a wood chipper, and here's why, and they would cite sources, and they would be...
Oh, yeah. They
people have
scientific evidence that you are wrong, or whatever. It's just, and what I love is the meme. Sometimes a simple meme comes out. Not for me. I'm talking about anyone. And people go, that's the wrong brand, man. Like, let's say it's a bag of potato chips. Lay's potato. I remember this one. It was like Lay's potato chips.
Hey, Ice Man. Wrong brand, man.
And there was a bunch of, a lot of people responding in a funny way. And then people arguing with the meme. I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you argue with a fucking meme? If you don't like it, if you don't find it funny, if you find it to be inaccurate, move the fuck on! Move the fuck on!
Why?
It's
because they saw the event horizon, Matthew. Sorry.
I'm sure I haven't yet heard the scientific reason for the event horizon. But
you created that thing.
It was a movie.
I did.
No, we're not talking about the movie, Rappa.
But it was funny, and Angie's guilty of this one. I posted, I found on Google, as a joke, Paulie Tent and I were together, and we were on a hangout, and
I'm guilty of this one.
We were joking about, I asked a question about something, and Paulie goes, gee, it would be nice if there was some tool you could use to search for that. I go, oh. So I go onto Google and I type search engine, right? And
yeah.
So it comes up. I blew me away. Bing comes up as the top search engine. Now I know it was a paid ad, but the joke was, look, I'm on Google and Bing. So I took a snapshot of Google and the Bing, and there was the search engine searching that.
Are you still bitter about that, Matt?
I'm very bitter. Look, I am very bitter. So it comes up, and so I.
This should be called the Bitter Show.
Right away, 15 people. It's a paid banner, not a fucking search. Blah blah blah. I'm like, look.
I did not say fucking.
No, she didn't say that. But it was funny.
You said it a million times. This is the fuck show.
Just not in this I do say that, but just not in this context. I haven't said it.
I took the snapshot because in the small context
it was very ironic. Yes.
It was just funny. It was ironic. Now, paid ad or not, to me, it wasn't. But it was funny, and it was just funny to see those kinds of responses. And I'm sitting there going, "Come on, guys, come on!" But I can't argue with you because you're just. You know what I'm going to do next time?
Because I'm right.
You know what I'm going to do next time?
What?
I don't know. Tell us what you're going to do next time.
I'm going to hold our asses into a hangout right then and there and say.
This has been the Makowsky episode. I just let you go wild. I just listened and let you go wild. I was the quietest I've ever been. I can't take the quiet anymore.
I can vouch for that. I can vouch for that, Rappa.
I've been listening.
No, but Matt's correct. Matt's correct, and a lot of people jumped on him, and it was extremely ironic. But I gotta say, I gotta admire Google for being willing to take Microsoft's money. You know?
It was a technical aspect of it, that it was a paid thing, not a true search result.
But I think there's I think there's something. There's this. We all think that everybody is at war, but they all work in the same. They all work in the same area. They all live together. They all work. The people that work at Microsoft now work at Google. People that work at Google now work at Microsoft. People work at. They all work in the same. They all work.
Very incestuous.
So to say that they're at war with each other, no, they have lunch and they talk and they make deals together, and they're like, oh, you rub my shoulder, I'll rub your shoulder. I mean, sure, they want to win and make the most money, but they're not like,
and they
oh
pretend
my God.
to be angry at each other and everything else, but it's extremely incestuous, yes.
It's all bull.
You guys want to see where I'm at?
Aren't you in Vegas?
I'm in Curacao.
Curacao?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
You get to Curacao.
That's nice. Nice. Now, can I do N with 10 lowercase i's and a CE? Nice.
So the Wi-Fi is working?
Ask me for pics. No, I'm actually plugged into the wall, and it's still kind of jerky. Sorry about that. But
and her internet costing her $100 an hour, probably.
I'm sorry?
Does your hotel charge you for the internet where you are?
No, actually, it's a deal with a client, so I don't pay for hotel or food or internet. So.
Are you there solo?
I am here solo.
So how long will you be in Curacao for?
I'm actually leaving tomorrow morning. I'm here an extra. I
got here.
No, I sent an SOS out. I'm not going to say where on air. I have like a 5-hour layover tomorrow, but I got here on Friday afternoon after traveling for 2 days from the West Coast, and worked and didn't get much leisure time, and had a little bit of leisure time today, so I had a little bit of fun, and met a fabulous lady from Cuba, and between her broken English and my broken English, we actually managed to have a conversation. And so tomorrow I go home, and then it looks like I'm probably going to Turks and Caicos, and then Trinidad after that.
Fun times.
So, and yes, I totally stole the spotlight from you, Makowsky.
Is that why he's like... He was reading his...
Wait a minute, were we not talking about me for 5 minutes there? Because
for 5 years? Yes.
But I still love you, Maddie. Or Matthew. I'm not even sure what your nickname is. I'm just going to say Makowsky.
Makowsky.
Maddie is my friend in New Zealand, or in Australia. And
Deborah Diva calls me Mac. M-A-K.
Mac. Okay. I'm just glad that I'm not looking at a robot.
That makes me think of Macaulay Culkin, so I'll call you Mac too. All right. That's funny to me.
So what rant was I on that I was interrupted?
You were on... I think we're about done with the coffee rant.
We're past the coffee. We're on to the Bing and Google thing. And I just want to say back on that, because I'm going to close the deal on that argument right now.
Oh, no, we were talking about the search engine. Sorry.
Yes, that's what I mean, the Bing search engine.
Okay.
I look at the world through my mother's eyes, okay? You got to pick the person who doesn't know shit about anything, right? And understand the world. To her, Bing, that was the result. She would have clicked on Bing. That would have been her search engine. End of story. Boom, it's a search result. There, I win the argument. Your arguments are all invalid. My mother is the litmus test for everything. If she can get it or not get it, then that is the answer.
Okay.
My mother doesn't have Wi-Fi in her house.
If you're still watching, this is hour 22 of the PLUStainment Show. And we're going to go to commercial break. By Angie Pearson. Angie Pearson, give us a commercial break.
Brill cream.
Yay!
I can't remember any of the slogans.
No, you can't say any of that. It's all made up. Anyway.
Angie, what can I do?
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot about the copyright.
No, it's too late.
Real cream.
We're back. We're back. There's no commercial. We're back.
Angie, what can I do to convince you to get a new profile pic? What can I do?
I'm sorry. I only heard. You kind of cut out. What, Matt?
What can I do to get you to change your profile pic from you and those birds to just a beautiful picture of you?
Do you know how much I think about you all the time, every time I see my profile picture?
And see.
I'm
you
like,
heard it first, Angie person enjoys the Makowsky. Makowsky enjoys the Angie
No,
person. Together,
because he
they will make beautiful
obsesses on it.
persons.
No, he obsesses on it so much. That's all I hear. I hate the fucking birds. I hate the fucking birds. I hate the fucking birds. So
More of you. I want to see more of you. And all we
And
get
by
to see
more,
I don't want everyone to see me.
I'm not saying it's a perverse way. I'm saying is all we get to see each other.
No, I
is,
totally
outside
understand that.
Hangouts, is I want to see the real you.
I understand that,
You.
and maybe I don't want my profile picture to be a full-on face shot of myself. Unlike some people I know that are happy to take pictures of themselves eating Snicker bars and watching
Who
One
does
Girl,
that?
One Cup.
no one ever does that. That's never been done, ever. Not on the PLUStainment Show, not on
I-
Makowski's mouth, nowhere.
I did not post 75 pictures of myself yesterday from the airport. I did not.
You're watching the
Oh,
PLUStainment
gosh.
Show.
I was...
Matt Makowsky, Angie person, I'm Rappaport, and we're almost done.
Okay, I'm
No,
gonna... If you're done, Rappa, I'm done.
We're almost
We're
done.
almost done.
I think we're almost done.
I haven't seen
Now
I
that
haven't seen
we should
Rappa
go
in a
out on
long
a high
time.
note. Ah, what?
I just haven't seen you in a long time, baby, and I wanted to say hi. I just haven't seen you in a long time.
Hi.
Who are you talking to?
7, probably both of us.
Rappa,
There it is.
I'm talking to Rappa. I've seen you and your robot and your fake hangouts, mister.
Whoa. We have 7 viewers. I mean, 7,000 viewers. That's the most we've had all show, and now it's dropping.
hey,
We're going away.
Hey, Makowsky, you gave me the first part of your social, but you forgot to give me the last 4 numbers.
The last four numbers 9821. 9821.
69 is all she said.
Bye.
This was the PLUStainment Show. Happy Google Plus anniversary, and I know Matt Makowsky feels the same way about the 1-year anniversary.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. Get it fixed, right? Is that what you want to say to Google?
Of course.
Fix it! That's what he wants to say. I think that they're doing a bang-up job, and I'm not kissing anyone's butt. We'll see what they're
I
producing.
agree.
I also think they've done a bang-up job.
Bang up.
I think we things with banging with the word bang up there.
We'll be banging in July 2nd if we have a show. If we're still around, July. It's all July. Independence Day. We'll be independent finally next week.
I'll actually be. You know what? Next week I will be at home and have good internet connection. I'll be working from home.
That is a
And
shocker.
you've been doing an excellent job, by the way, Rappa.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
No, you did that whole... I expected a Jufro from you after trying to change that light bulb. But Rappa, seriously, I see all your... I don't always watch your shows and stuff, but I do occasionally, and I think you've been doing an excellent job, sir.
Thank you very much.
I got my phone down. Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better?
We
That's
can hear
1,
you.
2.
Are you
Can you hear me
trolling
better?
us? Are you trolling us? I hear you. We're leaving. We're trolling. We're leaving.
Rappa,
Hold on.
it'd be way better if you just pretended you didn't hear him.
Is it better this way or this way? What?
That was the PLUStainment Show, and my name is Rappaport. That guy's Makowsky, and Angie and Jane Ellen is also part of the show. Paulie 10th, we missed you, buddy. I don't know what you were doing out there. You were busy doing your workout. Oh, he's probably
Paulie
running
temping.
and working out. He's Paulie temping. So have a good night, and if you watch the entire thing, like from the beginning to the end, may your deity have mercy on your soul.
Probably have kids and you're not in a hospital somewhere because there's no way you could just watch this.
There's no way you sat through this entire